Good afternoon, class. Hope my screen is visible and I'm properly audible to one and all. Probably this lecture we could able to complete our syllabus. So this is our unit 6. The points we discussed so far is regarding components, component diagram, pattern, their frameworks, and component diagram along with collaboration parts. Now this lecture we will try to focus on one concept called as what deployment, and then we will discuss, we will try to perform some hands-on with a deployment diagram. So meanwhile, if you have any doubt, any query, any question, let me know. Simultaneously we'll try to cover that part. So when I'm talking about the deployment diagram, so what is the meaning of this deployment? Because the concept of component diagram, this part we have done. Focusing to the next part called as what deployment. Deployment meaning is, as the name suggests, deployment means we will just hand over the product. Deploy, we will deploy the product means whatever the software we have done, we have developed, we have tested, we will give it to the user, and before user is going to start it, we have to install it. So that installation part at a user side, we will call it as what deployment. Remember this, deployment means the product is developed, product is now ready to use. We will hand over the product to the user, and user is trying to use it. Means trying to use it means we have installed the product at end users at the customer side, and customer trying to use it means the product is in the deployment stage. Understand this? Now which product we are going to put at what side means, as we see, whenever we see the any software, with respect to that software we have basically three views. That three views is as a first as a front view, second as a system view, and third as a database view. Now where you want to put which part of the your product means, if I say the software, when I'm using the software, I have a different perspectives over, so that need to understand, and accordingly we are going to organize that product in the development side. That part we will simply represent with the help of deployment diagram. So deployment diagrams are used to visualize topology of the physical components of a system where the software components are deployed. Topology means we can see in the network architecture or these parts, which part we are going to keep at what side. So will help us to understand. So that is what we can say visualization parts. So deployment diagram will help us to perform the visualization. Is it clear? So deployment diagram consists of basically nodes and their relationship. So just to understand, I'll tell you, I will show you one simple diagram. Just see here. Okay, so this is what one kind of a network diagram I can show you, and just looking towards the network diagram will help us to understand. See here, this is what my simple deployment diagram. Okay, so this deployment diagram which tell us the entire architecture of the network parts. So this is what my firewall means, you have seen in the network. So this is just in a door gateway, we can say simply. This is inside your system part, this is outside your parts. So this inside and outside part will try to interact. That interactions will be done with respect to the simulations, or what we can say based on the type of architecture. So this is what my database part. This is the third part called as what payment processing gateway. This is MVC framework, MVC model view, and the system architectures. So this is application server. So as a user, I'm just trying to use the application. So basic application is kept on this application server. The desktop available, this application server stores their data on the database. So which part of your system where you are going to put? This is just in a PDA client. PDA means personal device assistant, maybe mobile or maybe what we can say notepad, maybe different devices through which you can able to access the internet and you can able to interact through the system with and the form of an applications. So we are calling this simple as a PDA part. This is the simple network called as what? Deployment diagram for the home network. Which part? These are representing different nodes. Nodes are interacting with each others. So anyhow, mobile device or my laptop or my PC should not supposed to go with directly interaction with application server. It should follow with a firewall. Firewall means this is kind of what we can say, some rules regulations will be set over there, just like on door, on gate we keep some protocols were there. So protocols were defined over there, and based on the protocol the entry in the gate and exit of the gate will begin decided. The similar concept is there called as what? Firewall. This is just as a software which controls or what we can say, which entirely monitors the network in and outs. So this is basic idea about the deployment diagram. So what we will able to understand in the in case of deployment diagram. So just looking towards this deployment diagram, so this is kind of a visualization. It helps us. So being as an user, it helps us to understand which part we are going to keep at what side. This deployment diagram comes once your entire system is ready, and based on that which part where you are going to put, accordingly some rules regulations will be defined. What type of access you will give to the user, what type of access you will give to an administrator, to the managers, and all these parts will be discussed with the help of this deployment diagram. So these are the basic purpose of deployment diagram. So deployment diagrams are used to describe the hardware components where software components are deployed. So how many hardware parts we are going to need, which software part we are going to keep at what type of hardware, this will be discussed in the details with the help of deployment diagram. So component diagram and deployment diagrams are closely related, yes, no doubt, but basic difference between the component diagram and deployment diagram, more technical details you will find inside the component diagram, whereas compared to component diagram, deployment diagrams are more simple versions, because in component diagram each and everything we will discuss, but as compared to that, in case of deployment diagram, in case of deployment diagram we have a very small structure over there, and that structure will tell us the basic idea which part we will keep at what side. So component diagrams used to describe the component, and deployment diagram shows how they are deployed in the hardware. Deployed means we can say how they are going to installed. That installation part means how my product will look like. This can be easily shown. So deployment diagrams are made to focus on the hardware topology of the system and are used by the system engineers. So basically, in short or in conclusion part line, we can say that the deployment diagrams are mainly for the system engineers who are supposed to perform the installation part, who are supposed to perform the handling part regarding the troubleshooting, or if any part is going to get failure, they are going to go there and find out the problem, trace out the problems, work out with that problems, and give the solutions by interaction with the development team. So that type of a job profile we are calling simply as a system engineers. So mostly the network topology, while they are deciding the network topology, they will discuss about the deployment diagram. So most of the time deployment diagrams comes as a part of your network topology. The purpose of the deployment diagram we can say as the first is no doubt a visualization, the hardware topology of the system. So entire software part will be discussed in terms of a hardwares, and that can be easily discussed with the help of a deployment diagram. Describe the hardware components used to deploy the software components, and describe the runtime processing nodes. So what else nodes will be there, how they are going to interact with each other, these all parts we will get inside the deployment diagram. So this is basic idea about the deployment diagram. So deployment diagrams used to model the static deployment view of the system, correct? It is important for visualizing, specifying and documenting embedded client server and distributed system. All types of hardwares, all types of software parts, whatever we have developed and we are going to get deployed, this all the parts will be available inside the deployment perspective, inside the deployment scenario. So accordingly, we will able to draw it. Also, deployment diagram will help us to visualize hardware topology, to describe the hardware components used to deploy the software components, and will discuss the deployment process while we are taking the decision in case of installation scenario, which part we are going to keep at what side. So this is the basic simplest idea about the deployment architecture. So to draw the deployment diagram, how many elements we need? So we need basic element called as what, nodes. Then how the nodes are going to get communicate with each other. So we need communication part, and sometimes we need to provide some what we can say artifacts over there. Artifact means description, what the scenario we are going to use and how it will be utilized. So this part we will discuss. So in case of a deployment diagram, simply remember we need the two main parts. The first one is the nodes and the second one is the interface, or simply the connection among the different nodes. That connections we will discuss as a part of a relationship. So these are the simple what we can say the parts of the communication inside the deployment diagram. So let's understand each one of them. What is mean by node? So and how to draw the deployment diagram. So when I'm trying to draw the deployment diagram, I will focus on the points like the deployment diagrams are useful for the system engineer. An efficient deployment diagram is very important as it controls the following parameter. The first is the performance of your system. Why I'm taking example of a performance? Because depending on whether you are keeping at a client side or whether you are keeping at a server side, what level of access you are going, that part will be discussed as a part of a performance. Then scalability, capacity to expand or increase the number of users and all. Then maintenance purpose called as what, maintainability. Next is portability. Portability is means transitions, or what we can say moving, how easily you can able to move the product from one system to another system, called as what, portability. So you might be remembering portability is means I'm just imagine I'm using the services of Jio for my mobile phone, but if facing a problem decided to switch to Airtel services by keeping the same number, no need to change the number, that is called as what, portability. That system supports you to move from one network to another basically service provider without changing the number. That concept called as what, portability. The same concept is there in the network part. Portability is one of the essential characteristics. So in case of a deployment diagrams, while we are going to put the different elements, rather we can say different components. So which component you will keep at what side will play a major role. And based on that major role, the system performance, system scalability, maintenance and portability part will be. Before drawing a deployment diagram, following artifacts should be identified, like nodes. Artifact means what we can say usefulness or supportive kind of a scenario. We will call simple as what, artifacts. So nodes, and the simple part is relationship among the nodes. So in case of deployment diagram, we need to basically take into the consideration of two parts. One is called as what, nodes, and the second one is the relationship among the nodes. plays an important role. So let's discuss each one of them. So artifact means, as I rightly mentioned to you, artifacts, these are the way we will represent, or this will help us to identify more details. So supportive scenarios, maybe in terms of a document part, or maybe in terms of while we are working, so we are taking the help of some support persons. So that will be detailing will be done inside the artifacts. So kind of artifacts, we can say deployment artifacts, work product artifacts, execution artifacts. These are some additional parts, how to perform the execution work. The entire workflow will be discussed as a part of work product artifacts, and how we are going to start the installation, that will be discussed as a part of some artifacts. So these are some ways which will help us. So we will discuss in upcoming parts. So the first part of the deployment diagram we are calling simply as a nodes. Now what is meaning of nodes? So simply we can say these are the nodes. These are the nodes. So what does the nodes means? Just like artifacts are an important building blocks in the modeling physical aspects of the system. It is a physical element that exists at a runtime and represents a computational resource. We will call it as a node. What I'm saying, what is node? Node is a physical element that exists at a runtime while you are running the product, or while you are using the product. You can see that particular as an element that you can be able to see, or you can able to, maybe virtual present, but you can able to see it while you are running it, while the product is going to get run. And it represents a computational resource, means they may be able to interact with you. Either they may will ask you to enter some data. Based on some data you entered, will able to perform some kind of an operations, and based on type of operations will able to give you the results, or will be able to give you some reply. So that process I'm calling simply as a execution scenario. Now with respect to this execution scenario, we can say this as a part of a element. How to represent element in UML? So it's a very simple. We can easily what we can say, visualize the particular element simply as a cube. So this is a node I'm representing with the respect to cube. So simple cube is a notation to represent the element, or to represent the node in UML. So what is there different types of nodes available? Yes, there are different types of nodes available. So the first we will discuss as a processor. Now what is the mean? It is a piece of a hardware capable of executing programs. A processor can have list of processes on it, represented as a shaded cube with the name of object. Second is a device. Piece of hardware incapable of executing the program is called as a device. So device also have on a cube. So understand the process. There are type of a node. One is a processor, second is a device. Now the simple difference, processors means they are able to perform some operations at their side. We will call it processor. Second is device. Device means only they could able to take the data and give the data back. They cannot able to perform any kind of execution, any kind of a processing on them. So they will just helping us to take the data, give the data from, or just able to transfer the data from one part, one device to another device. We'll call them as what? Device nodes. Second part is, once you could able to find out the devices, how the devices means how the nodes will interact with each other. That node interactions will be discussed with the help of a different types of a relationship, and we discussed already so many different types of relationships are there. The first is association. Association, simple physical relationship. Second part we can say dependency. This is dependency type of relationship. This is generalization relationship. Dependency and part of your what we can say, association. That is I'm calling dependency type of a relationship. See examples, you can see application server, SQL server, dependency is there. This is simple association, business processing to the desktop client. This is dependency, generalization. The next part is what? Realization. So remember, realization is nothing but real-time implementation. It is a combination of dependency and generalization relationship. This is common modeling technique for the nodes that we can understand. This is KISSOC helps. RS32 cable we can use for the connection purpose. This is RAID FAM processors. This is Ethernet. So common modeling parts. So let's take one simple example to understand the process of the deployment diagram. So let's move to the next part. I'll start with simple. Start UML. Rational approach. File. Open the project. We'll continue with our previous project, that is Unit 6 project. Okay. We have a separate package over here named as a deployment view. If we expand it, we have a by default one diagram over there. And respect to that, we will have the different scenarios over there. So I'll consider this main, rather in more simple style, I will consider the deployment view package, right click, add a diagram and select the diagram called as what? Deployment diagram. I'll give the name demo deployment diagram. Okay, select this. So to draw the diagram, what we said, we need only the two parts. The first is a node and second is the communication or connection among the nodes. There's only two elements we can take the help to draw the deployment diagram. So let us consider the node first, drag and drop. I'll prepare the nodes. So if we see simple scenario over there, so simple scenario, okay, sorry. Just focusing on deployment diagram, we will see, we'll try to understand the different artifacts over there, and that artifacts will help us. Okay, so that artifact means we need to find out the different scenarios. So let us see how we could able to draw it. How we can understand the different elements, and with respect to different elements, okay, with respect to different elements, how we could able to complete our the deployment diagram part. So here we need to focus on mostly the different hardwares, different components, and the deployment scenario we will discuss. So let us see the basic idea. So I'll consider one simple application over here. So I have application server. So as this server is a processor, so type of a node or stereotype I can use over here as a processor stereotype. So the nodes what I will review, it's an application server over here as a one type of a node. Second node I can consider as application, then just a second, we'll take one simple example. Okay, let's go to the internet. Sample we will discuss, sample deployment diagram for student exam 16, so that we can understand it. See here. So we will make the system parts into the three scenarios. The first is the client side, middle part, and the database side. So let us discuss. The first, we need a student phone. So we will add accordingly client devices. Forget this as a part of application server. So we will say simply this as a client devices. So I can make this either with this style, or I can represent as a part of a node instance. So node instance, I can say client device. Inside the client device, I have the first scenario. Maybe consider as first mobile phone. So I will change it. Client device, I'm saying as mobile. I will say one more node, client device, maybe either PC or maybe either laptop. In mobile phone, I can say maybe tab or any other device. Okay, so they could able to communicate with application server. So application server inside the use this as a process stereotype. So say process stereotype. So application server, I can remove this so that we can able to understand. This is just taking an parts, performing some and processing. So these are the some simple nodes. Okay. So the simple nodes will interact with the scenarios. Then student computer. Okay. So they will use servers. So I have put the application server. Okay. Along with application server, we need a web server. So to support the web services, we will take the help of web server. So I'll add one more node over here. A node I'm calling as a web server. So this is simple again, a type of a stereotype performs the processes. So I'll consider this as a process. So okay. After the web server, application server basically will take help of this web server and could able to perform the node, or what I can say simply as a node. This node will act as my database. So I will say simply database. This is one type of a node that I can use as a database. And the communication with a database will be performed with a database server. So as a part of a scenario. Database server. Again, the stereotype as a processes. This will be my entire database of the system. This is the application. Okay. Okay. I will, if needed, see. Next part is what we can say association. So client can able to interact with web server. Is they going to directly contact with web server? Because your application is available. See here, your application is available on the web server. So I'll provide some more artifacts to understand it. So artifact is web server provides communication between system and user. Okay. So this is just basic idea about web server. So through web server only, so user may able to communicate with the web server. I'll use connector. Might be my software is not allowing, but the simplest part to understand is providing this. This is artifact. Artifact means simply understand the nodes, additional information. you can able to provide. And this is regarding the web server, so I have provided this with the link. Okay, might be my software is not allowing, but just need to provide the communication part over here. So connections you need to understand. Save it. I will close it and then I will start it one more time so that it will allow me. Start UML. Open the respective project. So open it. Unit 6. Deployment diagram. Demo diagram. Okay. So now try with type of communication. One more port over here. Let us see. Basically, tool is not allowing me at this moment. Maybe because of some hardware issue is there. As my internet access. Okay. So here just we need to provide the links. Connect elements exactly. Okay. So this is node instance, correct. Is connected. It is allowing now. Now it is not allowing. Application server directly associated. So we'll provide directly association scenario. Okay. So this is simple node part. We'll take into the consideration. Node may be any type of a node. Will have a direct association over here. So directly association we can say over here. So we'll use the connector over here. This is just additional information. So we'll connect it. Save this. So take this diagram outside of this. So I can go with this file. Export diagram. Demo deployment diagram. Save this. Okay. So this is just an hands-on part where you can see deployment diagram. See here. This is the simplest way. In this style you can perform. There is a relationship just connected to this. So this is simple deployment diagram. So if my application is with respect to the server side, I'll keep here. The web part of this will be available on my web server, database, and simple database. This is just a simple database, what we can say student registration system working with this application, and which application you want to keep at what side, means what will be there at the device side. So you need application, so that application with only web server available on your. So if we take simple example of this is what we can say, like Zoom application. So Zoom application available on the server, services available on the web server, and same application available on mobile device. So through mobile device means we are connected through internet. So through connecting to internet, we may need a different what we can say, different type of connections. So that different types of connection may be discussed with the different scenarios. So let us consider as a human, means one simple node I will consider here as user hardware. So that hardware may be PC, mobile, or maybe laptop, or maybe any device. It is allowing. So this will be able to what we can say, maybe connecting through HTML, or maybe through FTP, or maybe through any other protocol, we can say simply, like maybe SMTP also. So this will be connected in the simplest scenario, and discussing how the communication will take place. So I'll save this. See here. Now you can discuss which protocol you are going to use. Maybe connecting through wired network, or maybe connecting through the wireless network. Now based on the wired and wireless network, how they are able to interact with each other, their interaction scenario. Again, the web servers, how many multiple copies, means to avoid the redundancy of the data, where you are going to put the data, means to increase the performance, we will try to keep it the closer to the web server. So we will need to prepare one separate server, database server over there also, communicated to each others. They are connected and will be represented in simple diagram. We are calling them as simply the deployment diagram. So to draw the deployment diagram, basically we need two elements. The first element we are calling simply as a nodes. Nodes are of the two types. One is a simple device where no processing takes place, and the second type of a node is called as a processor, where application, or what we can say, the device could able to perform some kind of an operation. We will call it as one processor. Is this part clear? Reply something, yes, no. Different types of a relationship. This is simple elements of the deployment diagram. Okay, so modeling the distribution of the artifacts, which load is divided at what type, which node is available. See here, this is one processor and the device. These are the simple devices. This is processor server. You can just take note of this. Then I'm moving to the next diagram, next type, or the way to represent. This is kind of a server performing this process, their capacity, where processing speed is considered, and the deployment database scenario is get considered over here. This is just a console. This is user. This is connected with a 10T type of an Ethernet connection. This will be considered with simple RS-232 connection. Okay. So this is common artifacts. So artifacts are physical entities that are deployed on the nodes, devices, and executable environment. It is a physical replaceable part of the systems. Executable libraries, table, files, and documents. These are some supportive scenarios to perform some operations. So these are the artifacts with respect to web app applications, server, and common database, common DLL, what we can say. Artifacts, common modeling techniques. This is a simple ATM machine. If we say, consider of ATM client, ATM server, database server. So if I could able to show you one more deployment diagram, what we can do, go to this deployment view, right click, add a diagram, select a diagram, deployment diagram. I'll give the name ATM deployment diagram. Okay, so all of you are aware about the ATM operations. So we need basic two elements. One is the machine. So this is ATM. What we can say, ATM simple part is what we can say ATM on which we are working. ATM client. ATM client connected with ATM server. ATM server, and we need the database. So we will say simple one more node, simple node as a part of a ATM database. Okay. So this is the simple way we can represent over here. Okay. So user here, if I say simplest part to understand, so that I can show you over here. I will add one user just for understanding. So this after say user. User could able to interact only with ATM client. So I will say directly associated. Directly associated. Okay. So ATM client. So user inserted ATM. So I will say simple just to understand purpose. Huh? So insert ATM card. That insert I will say simply maybe swap just for understanding. Swap ATM card. As soon as ATM card is inserted into the ATM client, that machine, we can say simply that machine, this is ATM client. Artifact I can provide about it. So this artifact will be ATM client is hardware open, accessible to all users. User can able to access this. Now that access part will be done as a part of a ATM client communication. Okay. Now as soon as the user swaps the ATM card, ATM client takes the data and sends to the server. Now server will check. So server will simply check it with respect to database. So for them, they may be connected. This is internet connection is needed. So connection I can say internet connection is needed over there. Now inside these ATM connections, again this internet. So without internet, everything fails over there. So what type of protocol you are going to use, that may be again different scenario. So we will use internet connection over here. And if internet connection available, ATM server will able to provide additional information. So I can have different information. This will be as a part of a stereotype, will perform some processing So this is processor nodes. Again, ATM database is also a type of a processor node. So I'll consider this as a process. Okay. So connected through an internet connection, maybe wired or maybe wireless, doesn't matter, but having sufficient connection, secured connection. So for security, you can use a private network, maybe virtual private network, at all doesn't matter. So there should be a proper communication, there should be a proper connection. The machine, this is simply an hardware. ATM client means I am saying that the machine. So ATM client, ATM machine, I can say simply to avoid the confusion. So I'm calling this as a ATM machine. In bracket, I will call this as a client. So this is a processor or is a thread or a utility. I will say simply this as an utility. So say okay. This is just an utility where user can able to use it, utilize it. Nothing more than. These all are processing parts. Now at a ATM server, database will take the details of the machine, means hardware part, whatever swapped over there. So these roles will be defined over there. So accordingly, we can add deployed artifacts. The first artifacts, as we can say, student eligibility, web server provide communication, deployment client is hardware accessible to the users. So cancel this relationships. Okay. Components, attributes. First attribute is the first attributes. I will rename it. Okay, edit. Validate ATM card. Second, verify and validate ATM PIN. If both things are correct, we'll be able to perform the operations. Okay. So deployed components. So these are the different components I can have over here, but at this moment I can say simple login just for understanding. So close this. So component, different parts. Though I am saying this as a one type of a database, but different scenarios working based on the type of a different components. How many different components inside your diagrams are there? So with respect to components, you can add the different components automatically. So developer's time and the deployment times will be saved. Okay. So based on this deployment components we have already deployed artifact, I will just add. So see here, this is just one artifacts that I am providing over here. So database server helps to carry out all database operations. Okay, so just additional information I am providing over here, and that additional information I will add into the ATM server database. So right click, with respect to this deployment artifacts, you can add over here. So add, so database server, yes, correct, this is added over here. So simply say okay, close this. So this different artifacts over added over here. So in this way you can able to complete. Now I can remove this part already added over here. Again same ATM client, you can select this ATM client, deployment artifacts. The deployment artifacts you can add over here. As ATM client is an hardware, select this, okay, close this, so that you can remove this, will be associated with this simple utility facts. Getting? So additional information also you can provide over here. So again this add inside the diagram. Inside the diagram you can perform different stereotypes over here. So deployment components, I will consider the deployment components. For example here, okay, I need to add components. I can have the components over here. This is a relationship. This relationship I can perform with role, different roles, none. I can add the roles or edit attributes. Attributes means operations that ATM server will. So first read card, read ATM card, collect ATM data. I'll add one more scenario over there. And that is collect PIN data and one more scenario over here, maintain transaction details. Okay. ATM data, then PIN data. We'll save this inside the artifacts. I will take this outside, keep it as a simple export diagram. So ATM deployment diagram, save this, function tool, ATM deployment diagram. See here, this is what my simple ATM deployment diagram that you can work it out. Okay. So I'll assign you one simple task so that you can complete it within the remaining time. So okay, I'm just assigning one simple task. Draw deployment diagram for the home network, for your own network, considering your own network, so that you can able to find out the different hardwares, find out different softwares, and show the relationship. Means taking the scenario for the wireless network, taking the scenario for wireless means wired network and wireless network. एक इंटरनेट कनेक्शन इथरनेट कनेक्शन घ्यायचे तुम्हाला, त्याच्यानुसार बघा. आणि दुसरं तुम्हाला वायफाय मेक जस्ट टू बिल्ड द वायफाय इन युअर होम. मग काय काय लागतील, किती डिव्हाइसेस लागतील, किती रेंजचे कुठले डिव्हाइसेस लागतील, हे थोडं फाइंड आउट करा आणि त्यानुसार डायग्राम ड्रॉ करा. इज दिस क्लियर? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Just put your numbers, roll numbers in the chat box. I'll copy the numbers. I'll take the attendance from that side. Meanwhile, if you have any doubt, any query, please let me know. We have done with our syllabus. Chapter number 6 is almost done. If any point still missing, any repetition points you want, let me know from the whole syllabus from 1 to 6 chapter. If you have any doubt, any query, please let me know. All my what we can say lectures I made available on my blog. So if you search, you can find out over here my blog. We have one subject over here named as object oriented modeling and design. You just click over here. See here, everything is here. The notes which I show to you, notes, then my video lectures, test link, everything is available on this. So you just try to use this. I share the link also with you. Okay. So any doubt, any query there? Okay. So tomorrow we will have one surprise test. So be ready. Test may be probably on component and deployment parts. So be ready with that. Next session we will perform the test. Shall we stop here? I hope the entire part whatever I have covered is you able to grab it and you have done it. Is this clear? No reply there. Shall we stop here? Anyone? Please reply something.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Sonia. Thank you. Thank you. We'll take a pause here. Any doubt, any query, you can contact me at any time with respect to this. We'll take a pause here. Okay.